We are QOTD, and you're watching the Question of the Day Show Daily Recap. The Question of the Day Show is the game show that lets you be on the air, and you can join us right here on the air by recording your video answers to awesome daily questions.
And you can also join us by voting for your favorite answers to determine who makes it to the weekly Big Show Championship. That's on Thursdays, including tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to show you how to make it on the air with us for tomorrow's big show. But first, we're going to take a look at one of our favorite fan answer to today's question, which has to do with a little body modification.
You know, you make me laugh every time you say make it on the air. I don't know why. It's just so... Listen, guys, if you want to make it on the air, one thing that you might think about doing is clicking the subscribe button. That way you get the questions first thing in the morning, gives you better time to think about it, get it on the air, get more people to vote for it, and it'll help you make it to the Thursday Big Show.
You know, I want to get that tattooed on my body somewhere. Subscribe to QOTD.
Yeah, a call to action. That's what everybody wants in a tattoo on their body.
Exactly, and then you don't really have to answer any questions because you're already, it's very self-explanatory.
Just point to it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get to today's question of the day.
Let's see.
Tell us why you got your tattoo and what it signifies to you. Mine would signify that I want you all to subscribe to QOTD. And I would also get a little swirly hypnosis thing too, so that it's implanted in your mind forever.
You get a subscribe to QOTD button tattooed, like someplace visible, like on your neck or something like that. I think we're going to talk about it.
Forehead.
Just right up there. That would be wild. Well, before we get into our own answers to this question, because I think before we get into today's question of the day, we should first get into one of our early favorite fan answers, because we have been getting answers from across the world. People have been sending in recordings, people have been telling us about their tattoos or what they would get as their tattoos. And so what better time than now to get into tattoos. So we're receiving the award for today's top tattoo. We have Misha's answer.
Real simple story. When I was in high school, my best friend and I went to get tattoos. I got my name and she got her name. And at that time, we were probably just in love with ourselves and wanted the world to know who we were. Fast forward to now, I still want the world to know who I am, but it's more so if I get older and, lose my memory, I can look down and see my name and be like, oh, yeah, that's me. Or if I get lost or something and someone finds me, when they contact the police or whatever, they'll be like, hey, I see a name on a leg. Maybe this is who you're looking for.
See, that is foresight. That is wisdom. Unfortunately, when I get picked up, they're going to say, this guy's name is Mom.
People get strange tattoos when they go out with their friends, especially if they've been drinking. I know somebody who got his 3 best friends tattooed with his own head on his backside, like Mount Rushmore. So it was 4 portraits. And it was a very well done tattoo. It looks exactly like the people that it portrays, but he got married 2 years after that. And I always wondered what Erica was thinking.
But that's like an I lost a bet kind of tattoo, right?
He absolutely did. Mm-hmm.
How about you guys? Do you have tattoos or thinking about it? It's like everybody in your generation, everybody's got a tattoo.
Yeah, I am tatless at the moment. More so because I know how indecisive I am. After I get a haircut, I need several days to process my new lifestyle. And if I actually got a permanent thing inked on my body, it would be it'd be a spiral, absolutely. So I admire them, I respect them. They're not for me.
Buyer's remorse times 100.
Yeah, definitely. Unless I got it somewhere that I would forget that it was there. Bottom of my foot or something like that. Just yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
How about you, JJ? Would you do it?
Ooh, I think I might eventually. I also just haven't been taken by anything so much that I would want to get a tattoo of it or a tattoo to remember it. But that could change. I do know someone who got a tattoo literally of just a straight line going from, I think, the wrist all the way down the side of their body to like their ankle. And I was like, whoa. That was like very ambitious.
A car fan with a racing stripe. I get it.
Yeah. Until they get older, and then it's going to be like...
Yeah, what is it? It's going to look like the border between Canada and the United States, right?
It's just someone that really loves the equator.
Equator's like great, right? Yeah, or time zones in, the middle of the country. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, my thought about tattoos has always been that you get it because you've gotten like some achievement that you want to sort of mark, or maybe you've lost somebody and you want to remember them, or something's really inspired you, like a quote that you want to always like be thinking about every day. I mean, the meaningful tattoos, and I'm not saying that a racing stripe isn't meaningful to the right person, but that's kind of what I think would inspire me to do it again, and why I got a tattoo originally. Something that's important to you. I'm dying to hear what people have to say about their tattoos and what they got, because the stories are always great. It's like the Mount Rushmore, kind of story. That's always going to be a great story. Or somebody else got a tattoo of, I don't know, Everest, because they always wanted to climb Everest or something like that. That's the stories that I'm looking forward to hearing.
Same. Yeah, I know. I think this is a question. I think we always talk about how like, oh, this question is like deceptively meaningful. I feel like this question is like meaningful on the surface, but also just like the deeper you get into it, the more meaningful it gets. So very excited to see what people have to say about this one. But as we know, this question is great, but it's not the only one you can answer. I will hand that off to Reed.
Yes, there are... I can't do math in my head, but there are several more questions that can be answered this week. Let's head on back and look at some of the QOTD answer leaders of the week, starting with the top 3 answers for Friday's question. Pick anyone living or dead to spend 2 hours in the kitchen with. Who is it? Also, what are you making?
Yes, the critical part B of the question. What are you making for us? Saturday's question, sort of a making kind of question as well. What bucket list item will you totally get done this year? Come on, guys, it is June and you've been talking about it for 6 months. You've only got 5.5 months left to get that thing done, whatever it is, that huge thing that you want to accomplish for your career or some like nutty thing that you've always talked about doing. Now's the time. So Shaq, Kaylee, and Panzer Saturn have all shared their bucket list, like missions for the year. And they're so awesome that they've been voted the top 3 so far, but there are actually quite a few answers to this. People were sort of all over the place between like serious and wacky kinds of things. So it's worth a view.
And here are the top 3 answers for Sunday's question. Should only trained service dogs be allowed on airplanes, or is any comforting pet okay? I think most people agree that service dogs are okay, but do we just want to open the barnyard gate and have a comfort goat or a pig? I don't know.
Just so long as it's not cats. I know. I would rather sit next to a rat than a cat, because rats are like super like affectionate and pretty darn clean, and cats are gross.
The bubonic plague, did a cat ever give anyone the bubonic plague? Nobody know who did.
But like everybody that you know, and we don't talk about it too much, but has toxoplasmosis. The cat control disease that you get from cat feces, we all have.
Okay.
Now, they're not my words. This is some cat telling me to say this.
Who are your cat overlords?
Oh my God. Well, we also have the top 3 answers for Monday's question, which is, if you could be a part of any TV friend group, which would it be? I think we have a lot of really great answers from Michael, Becca, and Andrew. So definitely send in your answers to let us know who you would get tattooed for your Mount Rushmore on your body in this fictional scenario. And we also have the top 3 answers for Tuesday's question, which was, if you were to own a small business, what would it be? And if you have one, what is it? I would say tattoo parlor is definitely a business that I think a small business that people would do. I think it would be a very fun business to run, especially if you have like a good design.
Or rat wrangler.
Yeah, get those rats together and then give them off as pets. I think that's the perfect business model.
Little service vests on all of them.
I love it. I love it.
Service
So
rat.
now that we've gone through all the other questions for this week, to further motivate you to send in your own answers, tell us more about your answers to each of these questions, we have another amazing highlight, this time for Sunday's question, which was, should only trained service dogs be allowed on airplanes, or is any comforting pet like a rat? Okay. Receiving the honor of plain pet peacekeeper, we have Beatrice's answer.
I think that the rule change is pretty fair because in a lot of times it's obvious that people are just using their exotic pets as service animals to be able to take them with them anywhere. But I think they should expand the rule to include probably cats and maybe a little more because people do actually use cats as service animals.
Well. Thank you so much for that excellent answer, Beatrice. We appreciate it so much. Fans, you've got one day left to submit your own answer for your chance to appear on our big show tomorrow. That's our super fun finale. It's hosted by Keith J.J. Reed and I. We go over the best of the best videos of the entire week. It's every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and right here at beontheair.com.
Yes, to record your answer for that big show, you can go to beontheair.com and you can click the orange record button under our 24/7 live game stream. You can still answer today's question or any of this week's other questions. Tell us more about your tattoos. Tell us your thought about pets on planes like rats and goats and cats, and for your chance to join us on the air.
So we're watching like the best videos here during the recap show and obviously during the Thursday Big Show, but I want to make sure that people are aware that all the videos, or pretty much all the videos that are recorded, show in that 24-hour live game stream on beontheair.com and then shortly here on YouTube as well and on Twitch. But so when you're watching the 24-hour stream, you get to see all the videos, and while you're watching them, you can play the Guess It Bid game. And that's where you send stars to the videos that you think are the best, and then when other people vote for them and they move up the leaderboard, so do you. And then you can show up in the daily recap show like Mary and Zach right here. It's another great way of being on the air and a super fun game to play.
Well, thank you, everybody, for lending your voices to the contentious cat-rat debate and sharing your ink stories. And a special thank you to everybody who has already watched, voted, and recorded so far. We are QOTD and Be On The Air, signing off, and we'll see you on TV.
Bye, everyone.
I'm going to get a rat too.
Oh, how about a cat in a hat?
Ratatouille.